Zanu PF supporters unleash violence after opposition rally in Chipinge. The very demon of Zanu PF that we know, family, is resurfaced again with this culture of violence seeming not to be ending anytime soon. As we look at Mnangagwa approaching his end, there's quite so much animosity within Zanu PF, and especially these individuals that are, about to sink together with Emerson Mnangagwa. It's like they are up to no good. They don't care what happens anymore now. At any cost, they want to hold on to power. But unfortunately, they are not in control of things anymore. Things are now totally different. And the pressure that is mounting on Mnangagwa and his cabal is quite very, very powerful. So we are seeing some violence happening again, following some, plans that are there of some by-elections and stuff like that. And I don't know why Mnangagwa still thinks or they are still behaving this way when already they have a very big margin by which they have surpassed. In fact, they've destroyed the opposition. There's no opposition. It's all ZANU PF anyway. So I don't know why one individual or two individuals would really want to make a difference to them. But what we know is those guys that want to also get into the feeding trough are the very guys that I don't think Mnangagwa is still very worried about winning maybe a councillor seat anymore, or even an MP, because he knows that he's in control of everything. But I think those individuals that also want to join the gravy train who are the ones that want to win at any cost, and knowing that they are already under a man who is violent. If they unleash violence, they know that there's nothing that is going to go wrong with that. They can still go ahead, and Mnangagwa will not worry or say anything about it. So we are seeing this culture, which is a thing that we need to, straighten out. It's a thing that we need to make sure that as a people of Zimbabwe, we fight against this spirit and destroy it totally. And we want a Zimbabwe that is different. Change Radio reports that ZANU-PF unleashes violence after opposition rally in Chipinge. Yesterday, independent candidate Godfrey Salan held a peaceful rally in Musapingura to mobilize support ahead of the crucial Ward 5 by-election in Chipinge, scheduled for June 14th. However, soon after the rally, ZANU-PF supporters launched coordinated attacks on Salan's supporters as they returned home. Brutal assaults were reported in Chipangai, Tongogara, Stage 3B, and Mikiri. One of the victims, identified as Nomalang, is currently hospitalized due to severity of her injuries. Several others fled in fear, and their whereabouts remain unknown. The violent intimidation is a desperate attempt by ZANU-PF to sabotage the democratic process and instill fear ahead of tomorrow's decisive by-election. And as opposition agents and supporters continue to be targeted, citizens are encouraged to remain resolute and defend their right to vote freely and fairly. So this is part of what happened there in that, rally. So these are some of the things that anger, especially ZANU-PF individuals. They wish that the opposition would totally die. But anyway, we are getting into a new phase where things are going to be totally different. But as far as Mnangagwa is concerned, those that are still rallying behind him, we just look at them and wonder whether they are not seeing the winds of change. Things have changed different. Mnangagwa has lost control. And it's just a matter of time. Very, very soon, we are going to see the revolution overtaking them. And they are going to go down very, very painfully. But this is the situation. We continue to stand and to pray for the nation of Zimbabwe, believing and knowing that our God is faithful. And our prayers are going to be answered very, very soon. Zimbabwe would be turning into a totally different nation. unlike what we have seen, the violence, the intimidation, and all the like. But God being God, He will be faithful to the people of Zimbabwe. Let's continue standing up. Let's continue to defend the revolution. Change is coming, and God is in it.